Mapping controllers in Djay Pro is super easy. All we have to do is press the middle button over here. We're going to go to settings. You may be in modes over here, but we're going to want to go to settings. And then we're going to go down to MIDI devices. And then you are going to go to where your controller is. Now you see there is no controller. This is because in order to map controllers, you have to actually have a controller plugged in. So I'm going to plug this in. Now I'm using a Bluetooth controller, but it's the same thing as with a non-Bluetooth controller, except the one difference is we're going to have to go to this spot here, Bluetooth MIDI devices, click on our controller and connect it. So now our controller is connected. You can see it working. So what we're going to want to do is go back to the middle button, go back to MIDI devices, and then we see our controller here, DJ Control Mix, Bluetooth. Whatever controller you have, it's going to be written up here with the official name. So we're going to press that. And then now that instantly brings us into the mapping section of the software. So it may look confusing. There's all these letters and numbers, and it might be a little confusing or frustrating at first, but don't worry. Mapping these buttons are super easy. All you have to do is touch one of the buttons or one of the knobs in order to map that button or knob. So the first thing I'm going to do is this headphone button over here. I'm going to press this button. So monitor active. So this is going to switch the headphones from left to right, but Djay Pro has a setting that does that for us. So whenever you have a controller with these buttons, that's a great place to start with your mapping. So I have this button. So now it says target and action. Target is what it's targeting. So right now it's targeting the mixer because it's controlling our headphones, but we are going to want it to do something else. So I'm going to make this deck 2 effect. So now we can control our effect with this button without going through the shift and going to here. So now instead of mixer, we are going to press where it says mixer, and now it's going to be deck 2 because we want it to control this side, deck 2, and then action. The action is what this is going to do. So for the action, we're going to want to enable effects 1. So now we're going to press this, and now pretty much every feature in the software is going to be here, so you may have to scroll down for a little bit. It's pretty close to the end to get to the effects. So here we are. FX1 enabled. That's what we're going to want. FX1 enabled. There we go. And make sure you press save so that you saved what you did. So we press saved, and now here we are. I'm going to open up our features so we could see our effects. It's going to control our manual effects. Let's just set it as a flanger so it's easy to hear. And then now, let's play the track. So there we go. Very quickly, we made a button do something else that we wanted it to do. And you could get very creative with this and map it exactly the way you want it. I'm just going to show you for one more example. We're going to map one of the knobs. So we go back to settings, back to MIDI devices, find our MIDI device. And then we are going to choose something else. I'm going to choose this headphone knob over here. So choose this. So you see how that changed? So it's over here. Now when I press this, it's going to hop up. I was very confused of how to know which button to map, like, because I don't know what CC4 means, but you just press the knob that you want to change, and here we go. So now what I'm going to make this do is going to be effects1 parameter. So instead of mixer, we are going to go to deck 2, and then action, we are going to go back all the way down. And you'll notice there's less options that you can make knobs than you can do buttons. So now we have effects1 parameter. Let's do that one. Boom. Save. Let me do a different effect so you could really hear it. Some effects you're going to want to use the parameters with. Some you don't really need to. And there we go, just like that. Very easy to map a button, to map a knob. So any controller, any button or knob, you can make it do pretty much anything you want. And this controller, they're actually coming out with a new one really soon, the Control Mix Ultra. And if you want to see my review about that, check out this video over here. Thank you.